Tensions escalate in the Middle East as the ceasefire with Iran strains, while Ukraine strikes deep into Russian territory. A tragic explosion in Malta raises concerns over industrial safety. Here are today's top 10 stories you need to know. In a worrying development, over 330 confirmed Ebola infections have been reported in Central Africa. The World Health Organization is closely monitoring the situation, with hundreds more suspected cases pending confirmation. This outbreak is particularly alarming given the region's prior struggles with the virus. Health officials are ramping up efforts to contain the spread, including vaccination campaigns and public awareness initiatives. The response teams are working tirelessly to trace contacts and isolate suspected cases. The implications of this outbreak extend beyond health, potentially affecting local economies and healthcare systems already under strain. Vigilance and swift action are crucial in combating this deadly virus. The international community is also being alerted to prepare for possible aid and support as the situation develops. In an extraordinary turn of events, a missing guide on Mount Everest has been found alive after a week of searching. The guide's survival has been described as nothing short of a miracle, considering the treacherous conditions high on the mountain. Rescue teams had been scouring the area, battling harsh weather and difficult terrain. The guide was discovered by a search team, and initial reports indicate he is in stable condition, although he will require medical evaluation and assistance. This incident highlights both the dangers of mountaineering and the resilience of the human spirit. As the climbing season unfolds, this rescue serves as a reminder of the risks involved in high-altitude expeditions. Future climbs may also see increased safety measures and protocols in response to this incident. A massive explosion at a fireworks factory in Malta has left the local community in shock. The blast occurred during the early hours of the morning, resulting in significant damage to the facility and nearby structures. Emergency services were quick to respond, and fortunately, there have been no reported casualties. However, this incident raises serious concerns about safety protocols in the handling of explosive materials, particularly in an industry known for its inherent risks. Malta's fireworks industry, which plays a vital role in cultural celebrations, may face increased scrutiny as investigations into the explosion begin. Local authorities are urging residents to remain vigilant as the potential for further incidents looms. This disaster could have lasting ramifications, prompting a reevaluation of safety regulations and operational practices. As the community rallies together to support those affected, industry stakeholders are urged to prioritize safety measures to prevent future tragedies. A significant escalation in the Ukraine conflict occurred when Ukrainian drones struck targets in St. Petersburg, marking a bold move that extends the battlefield beyond Ukraine's borders. This unprecedented attack highlights Ukraine's growing confidence and military capabilities amidst an ongoing struggle for sovereignty. The drones reportedly targeted military installations, aiming to disrupt Russian operations and supply lines critical to the war effort. In response, Russia has condemned the strikes and vowed to retaliate decisively, raising concerns of an intensified conflict. Analysts suggest that this shift in strategy could indicate a new phase in the war, where Ukraine seeks to assert itself more aggressively. The attack also raises questions about the effectiveness of Russia's air defenses and its ability to protect key infrastructure. As the situation develops, the potential for further escalation looms large, impacting not only regional stability, but also international diplomatic efforts aimed at establishing a lasting peace. The coming weeks will be crucial in determining the trajectory of this conflict. Tensions are escalating in the Middle East as the ceasefire with Iran appears increasingly strained. Following recent exchanges of strikes between U.S. and Iranian forces, fears regarding regional stability have intensified. This surge in hostilities has not only disrupted local peace, but also sent oil prices soaring, creating ripples across global markets that depend on Middle Eastern oil. The ongoing conflict has stalled crucial peace talks, leaving many to question the prospects for resolution in a historically volatile region. Analysts warn that a collapse of the ceasefire could have dire consequences, potentially igniting broader conflicts and further destabilizing international relations. The situation remains fluid, with diplomatic efforts ongoing, yet facing significant hurdles, including mistrust and geopolitical rivalries. As military posturing continues, the potential for conflict looms heavily over the region. Stakeholders are urged to engage in urgent negotiations as the need for de-escalation and a sustainable resolution becomes increasingly critical to avert a larger crisis. In Texas, health officials are currently investigating a potential case of the flesh-eating New World screwworm, a parasitic infestation that poses a critical threat to livestock and public health. This invasive species, historically known for devastating agricultural sectors, has raised alarms due to its ability to rapidly reproduce and inflict severe damage on animals. The recent discovery has prompted immediate action from state and federal authorities, who are diligently working to trace the source of the infestation and assess the extent of the problem. Farmers across the region are being alerted to closely monitor their livestock for signs of infection, as the screwworm can lead to significant suffering and even death in affected animals. The investigation underscores the ongoing challenges that the agricultural community faces in managing pests and diseases that threaten livestock health. As experts mobilize to address this urgent situation, the agriculture sector is bracing for potential repercussions on livestock health and market stability. Moving forward, increased surveillance and preventive measures will be crucial to mitigate the risks associated with this invasive threat. In a groundbreaking medical development, a new drug has been shown to keep pancreatic cancer patients alive for twice as long compared to traditional chemotherapy. Pancreatic cancer, known for its aggressive nature and late-stage diagnosis, has long been a formidable challenge in oncology. Current treatment options often yield limited success, making this breakthrough particularly significant. Clinical trials have demonstrated promising results, revealing improved survival rates and enhanced quality of life for participants. This innovative therapy targets specific cancer cells, minimizing damage to healthy tissue, a major drawback of conventional treatments. Researchers are optimistic that this breakthrough could lead to regulatory approval and widespread use, potentially reshaping treatment protocols. The implications for cancer care extend beyond pancreatic cancer, as the underlying technology may be applicable to other malignancies. As more data emerges, the medical community is eager to explore the full potential of this new therapy. With ongoing studies, the hope is that this drug will pave the way for more effective cancer treatments and ultimately save countless lives. This week, 3 powerful solar flares have erupted from the sun, significantly increasing the likelihood of spectacular northern lights across the United States. These solar flares, classified as X-class, are among the most intense types of solar activity capable of affecting Earth's magnetosphere. The interaction between solar particles and the Earth's magnetic field creates stunning auroras, particularly visible in northern regions like Alaska and Canada. Historically, such solar events have sparked both awe and concern, as they can disrupt satellite communications and power grids, leading to potential outages. The current flares are being closely monitored by astronomers who are eager to gather data on their effects. The heightened solar activity can also lead to increased radiation exposure for astronauts and high-altitude flights, necessitating precautions. As scientists analyze the data, they hope to better understand the implications of solar activity for technology on Earth. Looking ahead, enthusiasts and researchers alike are excited about the possibility of vibrant displays lighting up the night sky in the coming days, reminding us of the sun's powerful influence on our planet. Recent tensions in the Middle East have strained the fragile ceasefire between Iran and the United States, leading to notable market reactions. Oil prices have surged, driven by fears that escalating hostilities could disrupt oil supplies from one of the world's key producers. The backdrop to this conflict includes years of strained relations and failed negotiations, with both nations exchanging military strikes that signal a significant deterioration in diplomatic ties. These developments have left investors increasingly wary, causing stock markets to retreat amid rising geopolitical uncertainties. Analysts warn that a prolonged conflict would not only destabilize the region, but could also lead to higher energy prices globally, affecting economies that rely heavily on oil imports. Furthermore, the potential for increased military engagement raises concerns about broader security implications, including the risk of involving other regional powers. As this precarious situation unfolds, the international community faces mounting pressure to initiate renewed diplomatic efforts aimed at de-escalating tensions. The urgency for constructive dialogue is critical, as failure to address these issues could lead to a full-blown crisis with far-reaching consequences. Stakeholders will be closely monitoring the developments, hoping for a resolution that can stabilize the region and restore confidence in global markets. In a dramatic escalation of the ongoing conflict, Ukrainian drones have struck targets deep within St. Petersburg. This unprecedented move marks a significant shift in the Ukraine war, as it extends the battlefield beyond traditional front lines. The drone strikes targeted military installations, aiming to disrupt Russian operations and assert Ukraine's growing capabilities. This bold action represents not only a tactical maneuver, but also a psychological one, intended to demonstrate resilience and innovation amid ongoing hardships. In response, Russia has condemned the attacks, vowing to retaliate with force, thereby raising the stakes considerably. This development not only heightens tensions in the region, but also draws international attention to the conflict, which has already claimed thousands of lives. Analysts are closely examining the implications of Ukraine's new strategy, suggesting it may reflect a desperate bid to turn the tide in a protracted war that has seen little resolution. The global community is left to ponder the ramifications for future peace negotiations and the potential for further escalation. As both sides brace for possible retaliation, the situation remains precarious, underscoring the urgent need for diplomatic intervention. Looking ahead, the international response will be crucial in determining whether this new phase of conflict leads to further violence or opens pathways for renewed dialogue and potential resolution. Thank you for watching today's news roundup. Which story shocked you the most? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more updates.